Pisces, and welcome to your second reading of the day. Now, if you haven't seen this morning's reading, it's all good, but it is definitely linked to this one, so if it interests you, please go watch that one as well. I do 2 readings a day, and they're both in the same vein, if I can say that. So, yeah, absolutely. So, if you haven't watched any of the videos this week, if this is your first video this week, definitely Spirit is saying that they are giving you a leg up, a step up above the crowd. This morning we had both the King and the Queen of Swords standing above the rest. They've helped you this way because they want you to succeed. It's as easy as that. Okay? We have lessons to learn when we come here as to experience, but we get a lot of help. Now, whether or not we listen to that help, the signs, the lessons along the way, that's all each an individual journey that we must go on. So, you have a leg up. Beautiful card to begin with. I mean, look at it. It's got a beautiful polar bear, and definitely little bear. So, Spirit, you know, the know-all and be-all, and helping you along on your way. Okay, just standing there, letting you figure it out, letting you get to it. And you have a beautiful magician in the background here, the cosmos helping you, bringing it in for you. You also have this right here that reminds me of the Fool's hat, a jester's hat, which is also the Fool, the new adventure that's coming your way. I really get that from this card. The 34, the assessment, the long assessment that you've been doing for a very long time to figure out what's what and how to get there. So it says receiving help and an interdependence between you and the forces that be, of course, right? You've come to a point where you're going it alone is no longer optimal for you, okay? Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who you can give you a leg up during this phase of your journey. And that's not all just people who are here to hand things to you. There are people to offer you the wisdom in the relationship you have with them. Whether you deem that good or bad, there's a lot of wisdom to be had and felt as you go along, okay? Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. A trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. Okay? So they're offering you a lot of help. And if you see all the different things in life that came to you to help you get to you to this point, well, you've understood. Okay? It came with the card of review this morning, so absolutely, it's time for reviewing how far you've come, who can help you further, what you need to look at that maybe you dismissed that now you can use to absolutely go in that direction further. Alright, so what do I do? Charms? Do I do charms? No, we'll do charms later. Did I take from this deck last time? Let me see if I did. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay, so let's pick a different deck. Beautiful Pisces. Let's try this one. Just for fun, okay? Since I felt like I saw a wizard in the background. I've seen a wizard in this deck. We'll try this one. This is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. The Phoenix, absolutely. Okay, so I want you to write in the comment section, Spirit has given me a leg up. And if you want to share what that is, go ahead. If not, you can just write that, just so that you You let it sink in. The Phoenix. Resurrection. Surrender to change. Absolutely. Okay. So it's definitely changing, but then also, as they've been talking about all week, reviewing things that that you felt you couldn't do. In other words, surrendering to change, I feel it feels more like it's saying you're looking at things that you weren't looking at before with a brand new light. Okay. We had the Knight of Wands this morning. It's like meeting up the challenge. You're going, I'm up to it now. I'm ready for it now. I'm good. I'm good to go. I see it in a new way. I'm ready to experiment with all this new stuff that I have. This leg up that's been offered, that I've worked hard for, that I finally accepted into my life. So yeah, just take it and go with that. All right. So I think this is the Good Karma Tarot, I believe. I call it my Sunny Smile deck, so it feels very positive. My Walking on Sunshine deck. The Lovers. This card has been repeatedly coming out all week long. It's being in harmony with all parts of yourself. And it begins inside of you. The harmony that resides inside of you. I keep repeating that, but that is what's coming in. Okay? It's trusting. It's trusting. It's union. It's cooperation with people, but with yourself first. Okay? It's committing to the well-being and your happiness without fear. And you can only do that from within. When you are secure from within, then you can let that spill outside of yourself. Okay? And then you can really tune into your heart's desire. Eight of Wands, going in fast, coming in fast. A lot of progress coming in. Eight of Wands has been showing itself all week as well. The swiftness, the progress, the energy, the signals are coming in. Your journey's on the fast track. And things are going to start happening quickly for you. Just by making the switch. Just by understanding it's got to feel good inside. And then it can feel good outside. That leg up is a big it's a big thing, Pisces. Okay. Didn't quite come, but the Emperor showing stability. And there is no chair in this Emperor card. There is no chair. Somebody standing. Stability within themselves. Gorgeous. Not taking it out, but just bringing the message again. Didn't flip out. This flipped out. Okay, so it came out this way. Ten of Wands. Put the burdens down. There's a definite lightening of the load coming in. Feeling the end of that big pressure. The overwhelm that maybe you've been feeling. You burned that wood right there with the Phoenix. Kind of just disappeared. Went away. And yeah, it's liberating you. It's liberating you in ways you didn't even know. It's like, I'm not carrying this anymore. I'm not carrying, because you're holding on to it. They're holding on to it. Okay? You decided you're not holding on to it anymore. Nope. You're not taking on that anymore. There's no arms in the spirit, the self. Okay? That's an external thing. You're holding on to an external thing inside of your arms. Inside of yourself, there's no room for that. So when you feel a burden inside, they're telling me, when you feel a burden inside, it acts like a weight, a ball, a block. You feel unwell. And it's begging you to release. It's begging you to work on this so that you can work from a spot that you don't have to be holding on to all of this. And when you do, well, gratefully so, it's so much better. So what do we have here? I'm just looking. There's the apple, the fruit, and the fire. Okay? Love this. Just notice that. The fruit and the fire. You know? Éclaircissement. Clarity. The growth on both arms. Okay? Very nice. Very nice. So these were cards of the block, the Chariot movement. These are cards of blocks. This morning it had retrograde or review. And you know what? You may think that reviewing is like going backwards. And that's where you may see it as a block, but it's not. Because like you understand, if you've watched the videos on Monday about the word wisdom and what it meant to you 5 years ago and what it means now, it's the same word. But the meaning of it, if changed for you because of the way you are, the way you see things, okay? So you're actually going forward. You're not going backwards. Even though you are reviewing stuff from the past, it's things that now you are ready to deal with, things that you are ready to move forward with, things that you had given up, but now with this new perspective, you can now rework and integrate into your life. Turn it into a success. Two coins. Adapting. It's adapting. It's not a reverse. It's a forward. It's adapting. It's now, you're rejuggling it. You're looking at it, different perspective, different point of view completely. Before you might have looked at it externally, how does that work outside of myself? Now you're looking, how does that work inside of myself to then be successful outside of myself? Very different way of seeing things. Yeah, the illusion's broken. Shh. Be quiet, look from inside. Look from inside. Almost has the High Priestess with the moon on the top, doesn't it? But it's the moon. Okay? The crab coming in out of the water from the deep to give you answers. To help explain what's coming up, what's understanding intuitively. You're understanding things at a much different level. The Star. Looking at your goals, your definitions differently. You're aligning in a very different way. But in one that's going to bring you lots. Launching. No Two of Wands, Three of Wands. Taking those steps. Nine of Wands. I like this because usually it's like perseverance and it's hard, but the way she's looking, I almost feel like she's getting a, duh, I finally get it. That's actually what I get. And these wands in the back, it's like letting go of these. You know, I got to work on one at a time. I got to work from the inside out. When I place this one, the others will find their places. It's kind of a realization of what you're supposed to come up with, okay? All right, so I'm going to take a few charms here. Right here. Love. All right. Ah, the balloon, so lovely. We had the King and Queen of Swords this morning, and the hot air balloon is above the crowd. You're a step up, you're a leg up above the crowd. You're seeing things from a vantage point, a brand new perspective. Before you were on the ground, small. Now you are small, but you see it all. You are small, but you see it all. The butterfly also came in a lot with the King and Queen of Swords this morning. There were butterflies all over those cards, so if you want to go watch that one, go ahead. You'll see the elephant. Wise, wisdom, wisdom beyond anything you've had before, okay? Completely understanding. Okay, so you have this beautiful pine cone. This one is one that's been a little bit mangled. I keep this one. It's to show that you can identify something even though it's been a little bit broken, it's a little bit battered. It's still initially its own. And what makes it different than the others at this point is that it is a little beat up on the side. There's no two like it. It has now become very authentic pine cone in the fact that there's some missing, and it is definitely one of a kind. And that is what you are. That's what you are becoming with every step you take. We may all be humans, but we're all one of a kind. We're all making our way towards our very own identities and authenticity, all while being one with each other. Okay? So we have this rune. Let me see here. So this rune is Journey. Gorgeous. Okay? It's in the Earth family. The messages here is your career. It could be right action. It is definitely the wheel, to represent the wheel. I like the way this is represented. I'm just putting something aside here, Pisces. It's in my way. The wheel, we definitely have a wheel, but we have a little Scotty dog terrier here. So this, I feel, is more like a personal message. I've been having a lot of pets. So, little off to the side, but there you go. Let me see if I can get anything for this little Scotty dog. Let's see. Let's see what else they want to give me with that. Because I feel there's a deeper meaning to this puppy. Yeah, I was talking about judgment and also clarity. A lot of clarity in what you are doing. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting from this with the Judgment and the Sun is that there's a clear message here, especially with the dog, which is dog spirit guide, dog totem, is it's a gift of awareness and also a power of protection from past animals. But this is clearly like telling you that you are definitely on the right path here. Okay? To listen. To be clear. They're showing you the light of how aware you can be. And that the love inside of their heart is unconditional. And that it's important to play in your life, not all be about duty and fixing every single problem. I was speaking of that earlier this week. Fixing problems constantly is always holding you down and keeping you and binding you to a place and to an environment. Dogs, or any animal for that matter, they're very rounded in the way they do things. They just go and do things from the heart and with a tremendous amount of play and all from loyalty in the heart. Okay? So this could also be a message from a pet, but I feel that is really the message here as well. Especially with the horse and the child, the companion. Okay? With clarity, beauty, success, and a calling, a call to action telling you live your life, be happy, be playful, okay? All right, beautiful Pisces, that's it for me for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. Please make sure to subscribe if you did, and I'll be back tomorrow, as always.